Good morning, sir. My name is Vinisha Arjunan. Today I am going to talk about an introduction about our topic is toward justice and equity of Madani perspective on societal transformation. In the current global environment, a pursuit for justice and equity is important to the growth of society, especially in light of substantial social, economic, and political upheaval that has occurred. As communities worldwide confront the pervasive challenges of inequality, discrimination, and systematic injustice, diverse perspectives emerge, each offering unique insights into the path towards a fairer and more equitable society. The Madani vision, which is based on Islamic ethical behavior and social justice ideals, is one of these viewpoints and offers a compelling framework for changing society. Based on the concept of justice and equity, the Madani perspectives emphasize the importance of empathy and fairness in shaping interpersonal relationship and societal framework. It promotes a comprehensive approach that addresses moral and ethical issues in addition to legal frameworks, establishing the groundwork for a society that values well-being of all of its members. This essay embarks on exploration of Madani perspective on societal transformation, seeking to illuminate its core principle, values, and implication for addressing contemporary challenges. It aims to offer insights on ways to promote inclusive and fair societies by referencing contemporary scholarship and classic Islamic belief. At the end of the day, this endeavor is an invitation to reconsider how society is evolving in the direction of justice and equity under the timeless guardians of Madani principle. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Umayal Paramasipam, and today I would like to talk under the title Towards Justice and Equity, a Madani perspective on social transformation. The problem that I am going to explain about is the lack of community empowerment. Actually, the lack of community empowerment is when most of the community is not taking part in the decision making process. This is the most unfair thing that is happening right now. So, when they are being neglected and marginalized, their needs are being unaddressed. So, what they need and their daily needs, it's being unaddressed and they're not getting the needs accordingly. So they are facing struggles in reaching the resources, opportunities, and also essential services that they must get as a community. So they are the one who must voice out for their needs. So the Madani perspective is really facing struggle in making everyone involved in this decision making process. When a community is marginalized, their needs are being sidelined. So what the rights they are belong to them is really not reaching them on time. Second problem that I'm going to talk about is the ethical crisis in governance. So, the ethical crisis of governance directly intersects with the issue of justice and equity. When someone is misusing their powers and not doing their works accordingly, the gaps between the rich and poor become widening because the needs of the poor ones is being unaddressed and also unnoticed by the governments. So the rich ones is being richer and the poor one is being poorer. So they are the one who should take the initiative to look after the problems of the poor and also the rich. They are responsible to shorten the gap between the poor and also the rich. When a government officer or a particular field is involved in nepotism, taking bribery, abuse of power, the community will lose their trust on the governance.
The first problem is lack of education and awareness. It is about education curriculum reform and community awareness. Education curriculum reform align with the Madani's perspective and crucial for addressing the lack of education and awareness. It entails profound restructuring of educational curriculum to include teaching on social justice, ethical principle, and significance of equality. So, schools and educational institutions should be prioritize the integration of Madani values such as compassion, fairness, and responsibility into their syllabus, fostering a holistic understanding of societal issues among students. Immersing students in this principle from an early age, educational institution empower them to become informed and engaged citizens capable of critically analyzing societal structures and advocating for justice and equity. Through this comprehensive approach, students not only gain academic knowledge but also develop sense of moral duty towards fostering a fair and equitable society. The second one is community awareness program. Community awareness programs are fundamental complements to formal education, serving as vital instrument in distributing knowledge and nurturing a culture of social responsibility within societies. Guided by the principle of Madani perspective, this initiative prioritizes raising awareness about fundamental rights, advocating for marginalized groups, and causing grassroots movement aimed at effective positive social change. By directly engaging with communities, these programs foster a sense of collective responsibility and empower individuals to actively participate in the process of societal transformation. Through education dialogue and collaborative action, community-based initiatives not only increase understanding of pressing social issues but also cultivate a spirit of empathy, solidarity, and proactive engagement. By encouraging individuals to take ownership of their roles in promoting justice and equity, this program become catalyst for meaningful societal change, laying the foundation for a more inclusive and harmonious future.
Hi everyone, I am Salma Subramanian from BHRM. Today I want to talk about cultural insensitivity. The first problem of cultural insensitivity is language policy difficulties. Since language is a fundamental component of culture, Malaysia has faced difficult language policy decisions. Language diversity may be recorded and cultural insensitivity may be result from the promotion of Bahasa Malaysia as the official language of Madani Malaysia, which may marginalize ethnic minority languages and dialects. The second problem is historical context. There have been times of tension and violence throughout Malaysia's complicated history of ethnic relation. Any effort to promote national unity needs to address the root causes of inequality and prejudice while also being mindful of this historical backdrop. The persistence of cultural insensitivity and the development of true unity may be hampered by a refusal to accept and make peace with the past. Lastly, cultural blind spots, deeply ingrained cultural problems, prejudice, or disparities within Malaysian society may be ignored or not addressed by the paradigm. Progress towards justice and equity may be hampered as a result, as this may maintain existing power disparities and structural injustices.
Good morning, my name is Vasuntra Armugam. Today I am talking about socio-economic disparities towards justice and equity, a Madani perspective on societal transformation. First, I am talking about affordability challenges. A significant portion of the population, particularly those with lower incomes, struggles to afford suitable and secure housing options. The inability to access affordable housing exacerbates socio-economic inequalities, perpetuating an unjust distribution of resources. Next is geographic inequalities. Certain regions experience disproportionate access to quality housing,
leading to geographical concentrations of privilege and disadvantage. The unequal distribution of housing resources contributes to social and economic disparities, hindering the principles of justice and equity. I will start by discussing the challenges of affordability. Many people in the population, especially those with lower earnings, find it difficult to afford safe, decent housing. Socio-economic disparities are made worse by the struggle to find cheap housing, which continues an unfair allocation of resources. Geographic inequities comes next. Poverty and privilege are concentrated geographically in some areas due to unequal access to high quality housing. The concept of justice and equality are hampered by the unequal allocation of housing resources, which also adds to social and economic inequalities. Furthermore, insufficient low-income housing. There is a shortage of affordable housing options for low-income individuals, leading to housing insecurity and homelessness. The lack of low-income housing perpetuates cycles of poverty and inequality, hindering progress towards a just and equitable society.
And now I'm here with the solution for the problem of ethical crisis in governance, which is the ethical leadership in governance. We must promote the ethical leadership in governance in due to increase the trust of community on the governance. The leaders must be ethical. They shouldn't involve themselves in the activities which will destroy the trust and also will increase the rate of injustice and inequality among the community. They must stop being favoritism for the rich one so that they can get some extra income, but they are the one who must take in note about the poor one's needs and also supply it to them accordingly. Even though they neglect their needs, the rich ones is getting richer day by day. So leaders are playing the main role in creating the trust and solve the problems of inequality and injustice in the society, so that we can promote a more justice and equality in the society. Everyone need to be treated fairly, and also no one shouldn't be neglected from the needs that they must get. And now I'm here to state the solution for the problem, which is the lack of community empowerment, which is community mobilization. Community mobilization and justice is actually mean directly involving the community which has been marginalized in the decision making processes. When they are directly involved themselves in the decision making processes, they can voice about their needs and also address their necessity which often go unaddressed. So they are the one who need to come up and advocate for their rights and also what is supposed to be their needs. So when there is community mobilization, we can increase the rate of justice and equity within the society and community. The community which goes often sidelined get their rights accordingly.
The solution is promoting education. It is ethical value-based education and critical thinking empowerment. The first one is ethical value-based education is a constant within a Madani perspective on societal transformation towards justice and equity. It recognizes that education is not solely about imparting academic knowledge but also about nurturing individual with a strong moral compass and a sense of social responsibility. By integrating Madani principles such as compassion, fairness, and social responsibility into educational curriculum, students are not only equipped with the necessary academic skills but also imbued with a deeper understanding of their role in promoting justice and equity within society. Through lessons, discussion, and practical application of these values, students learn to recognize and challenge injustice, advocate for their rights for others, and actively contribute to building a more equitable and inclusive community. Ethical value-based education fosters empathy, integrity, and a commitment to common good, laying a foundation for individuals to become conscientious and passionate leaders who work toward a fairer and more just society. Second solution is critical thinking and empowerment. They are fundamental components of education within the Madani perspective on societal transformation toward justice and equity. Education should not only provide individuals with information but also equip them with the skills and confidence to analyze, question, and challenge prevailing norms and injustice. By fostering critical thinking skill, encouraging open dialogue in educational settings, individuals gain the ability to access societal issues from multiple perspectives, identify root causes of injustice, and formulate informed opinions. Moreover, through dialogue and debate, students learn to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, and develop the agency to advocate for positive change. This empowerment enables individuals to become active participants in shaping their communities, standing up against discrimination, and promoting policies and practices that uphold fairness and equality. By nurturing critical thinking and empowerment, education becomes a catalyst for societal progress, empowering individuals to contribute meaningfully to creation of a more and just equitable society.
The first solution is the promotion of multilingualism should be prioritized over the preference for any one language. This is a wonderful quality that Madani Malaysia possesses. Promote the acquisition and application of various languages such as Malay, English, Chinese, Tamil and native languages in academic settings, government agencies, the commercial settings. The second solution is historical education aims to give students a more inclusive and true understanding of Malaysian history by integrating a variety of viewpoints and narrative from various ethnic and cultural groups. The entails valuing the experiences and also contribution of marginalized groups including immigrants, indigenous people and ethnic minorities. Lastly, mandatory cultural sensitivity training programs should be implemented for government employees, teachers, medical professionals and other important stakeholders. Not only that, along with encouraging empathy and respect for various cultural viewpoints, these programs must to center on educating people about the many cultural practices, beliefs and conventions. In summary, cultural insensitivity within the context of Madani Malaysia erodes the fundamental values of tolerance, peace and diversity respect that the policy seeks to uphold. It emphasizes how crucial it is to create a society in which every person, community and cultural identity is recognized. In order to address cultural insensitivity and create a more inclusive and united nation, countless efforts must be made to foster cultural awareness, understanding and also sensitivity among all Malaysians. That's all from me. Thank you.
The solution of housing disparities is affordable housing initiatives. Enforce policies that encourage the development of affordable housing units, incorporating measures to penalize practices that lead to inflation in housing prices. Collaborate with the private sector to create affordable housing projects, ensuring a diverse range of housing options accessible to individuals from various income brackets. Secondly is government housing assistance programs. Expand the government sponsored housing assistance programs offering subsidies or low interest loans to eligible individuals and families, and also introduce rental assistance programs to support those facing housing insecurity, providing temporary relief and stability. Last but not least, community land trust encourage the establishment of community land trust where residents collectively own and manage land, fostering community driven development. Collaborate with community land trust to develop and implement sustainable and affordable housing projects. By adopting these comprehensive solutions collectively, Madani militia can make significant strides towards reducing housing disparities, fostering justice and equity in the housing sector, and ensuring that all residents have access to safe, affordable, and suitable housing. That's it from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, the Madani perspective on societal transformation presents a comprehensive vision for promoting equity and justice in a world facing difficult issues. This paradigm offers a comprehensive strategy for resolving structural inequities and fostering inclusive societies because it places a strong emphasis on compassion, justice, and moral behavior. We have examined the possibility of the Madani perspective to motivate significant change by referencing Islamic purpose and modern understanding. In order to move toward a more fair and equitable world, it emphasized the significance of individual agency, collective responsibility, and cooperative action. Thinking back on the ageless wisdom of Madani principle serves as a reminder of how important it is to put empathy, inclusivity, and unity first when working to change society. Ultimately, emphasizing the Madani perspective provides a means of achieving the common goals of equity, justice, and human dignity for every member of society. That's all from me. Thank you.